water here.
People that come and visit Tucson, first thing they say is that they've never seen murals like this before, with the quality, the vibrancy, and I think that's probably why what I'm trying to do is to kind of reflect what Tucson really is all about. It's just telling the story of the community. I would consider myself the third generation of artistry. My grandfather was a carpenter, used to do a lot of woodwork. I have an uncle that was a designer. Just being exposed by that creativity and that family being so free-minded in that way. Yeah, I think it's just in my blood. I drew a lot. I love to sketch. I always try to create my own little paints, whatever I could do. I think painting was like a meditation to me, you know? It's a way to kind of escape the world and kind of go into my little fantasy world. I just remember being in school and seeing a box of pastels in the trash, and I like looked at that. I'm like, what is that? And I looked at it and I just took it home and just kind of started off with that. I was dumpster diving definitely for sure on that, yeah. I've been told, like, do you have a gallery? It's like, actually I do. And they're like, where? It's all around downtown. And that's the goal. It's like you're walking into a library of art in the public and you're actually seeing like, oh, I never thought that the desert could be so colorful. Here we're approaching the Empowered Woman. It's one of those murals that you get a lot of attention and a great way to kind of represent women and Tucson. So it has a lot of cool elements about this piece. So there she is. I try to make it look as timeless as possible without making it dated. So that's another thing too, like trying to balance that out, that it can hold time. Compile all these ideas into one. There's a lot of thought that went to. But yeah, you can see. I have like family descent from the Sonoran Desert. So from here, from Mexico all the way to the United States. So it's like home, like the Sonoran Desert's like in my blood. Like very extreme, but yet again beautiful. And that's how I kind of describe my paintings. It's like the first thing you look at is the beauty of it, but you dive in even deeper, there's a lot of extreme elements to it. Here's La Guitarrista. So this one, I finished this last year, and it took me a month to paint this. We had a hawk here. I'm like maybe 6 feet away from the wall. You know, you get these hawks going right in between me, fast, with pigeons and stuff, and then you get bird poop, you know. So it's yeah, it's pretty wild. Before I painted this, it was another mural that I did. It's like a tattoo, you know. You get a tattoo, and then sometimes you want to cover it up, and it gets old. It's the same. It was there for 8 years, you know, and then after that, we decided to go something traditional and colorful. And even when it starts fading, I think it's gonna look even much better to kind of give it more of a classical, you know, like a vintage vibe to it. And when I paint, I have to listen to music constantly. I cannot have it quiet. So in fact, if I have to work on a subject that's like a Western theme, I like to listen to like Western music, you know, even Tejano music, down to country music. You transform your mind and you're part of that imagination. Somehow you start connecting the dots consciously and you start like, okay, maybe I need to intensify the color, more orange, more Southwestern, and sure enough, it kind of goes through that. It was quite an experience emotionally, I think, because overall the people's response, especially the true natives of Tucson, to see them really reflect who they are, that was something very special and emotional for me. Okay, so this is one of the teachers that comes and sees my work every day with the students. And what do they do every day?
They clap, they love it.
I just found out last week, I did a little presentation for these preschoolers, and then towards the end, I get this little tug on my shoulder, on my shirt. They're like, hey, you know my little brother's named after you? I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then the teacher comes and she's like, yeah, it's true. Her mother named her son Ignacio because she's a big fan of your work. I'm like, whoa. It still kind of throws me off, but I'm flattered, you know? But it's cute, and she's all happy. She's like, my little brother's name is Ignacio. So I'm gonna be finishing up today or tomorrow, and then that's it. Yeah.
So proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. I do like music. I know I would have been involved in music for sure. I did my tattoo experience for many years too, but I fulfill that. But if I had no creativity, I don't even know what I'll be doing. It's sometimes, especially this one, it's really hard to take pictures, especially when the sun is above it. But right now it's actually perfect to kind of look at it. So there it is. The running of the piñatas. And I love this right here. Do not enter.
My name is Val, and I'm on a wall. You know that my dad don't tall. I'm the son of Ignacio Garcia, and I'm on a wall. He takes me out to the basketball court, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. He's like, act like you're running. We did it about like 8 or 5 times, and my dad was like, if you don't get it right, I'm gonna have your cousin do it. No, he really was gonna do it. It was a total surprise.
Over here, Val. This way.
You did that?
Who's that?
Myself.
Come here.
I'm surprised. I hate my chocolate fell off. How did you even do that?
If I ever want to brag about myself, I'll just be like, yeah, well, I was on a mural.
He has something very unique that's completely on its own. I'm a big fan of his work. I'm that way. Yeah. In fact, he sold already a few paintings because of his creative mindset. So he's the 4th Ignacio. Yeah, my grandfather's Ignacio. My dad's Ignacio. They're all in the middle names. So my name's Jose Ignacio Garcia. I never knew until I was in 2nd grade. I swear to God, true story. Yeah, I got called into the principal's office for something. I'm like, am I in trouble? Like, no. It's like, so Jose, do you need? It's like, I'm looking back. It's like, who's Jose? And then I run home. I'm like, told my mom, I was like, is my name Jose? He goes, oh yeah. I'm like, what? That's the goal, is that you want to be distinct for your own style. Allowing yourself to try new elements, it creates a completely new idea, new style, and that's what makes you stand out from the rest. We have this diversity of culture that we kind of support each other in with no hesitation. It's just like we just embrace that. That's the coolest thing about Tucson that I love. Overall, it's the community. I mean, I'm just blessed to know that we all are together. We all help each other out. I'm trying to encourage young artists to become muralists. I think Tucson's a great breeding ground for that, and I want to encourage anyone to come to Tucson and paint a mural. I want to see more art, more public art, more artists, more different styles of techniques and ideas. That's right here. I got my assistant here too, trying to teach her how to paint, and she's very determined. And so anyone that's very determined, more than happy, you call me, I'm more than happy to help and give some advice and tips and all that. So whatever I can do to kind of speed up the process to kind of be creative. I'm a big believer there's going to be even better artists than me, and even in a unique style than no one's ever seen. So I'm trying to scout out and see what is out there and whatever I can do to push them out. And I think Tucson would be a great place to be known in the world, that like, if you want to be the muralist, you gotta go to Tucson. That's where you're gonna get the best of the best. So that's my goal.
Hi, I'm Tom McNamara, host of Arizona Illustrated. Thank you for watching this Arizona Illustrated story here on YouTube. And if you like that one, well, here's another story we think you'll like.